Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim, pushing this word in truth and sincerity with the hope of receiving mercy from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Yahawah is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahawashi is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you are in fact the Hebrew Israelites. You are the Israelites, and that's according to the scriptures. This is the brother Shamar from the GMS Jamaica camp. And the title of this lesson, Adon Rawchaa, is The Time of Mirth is Over. The time of mirth is over. So I have an article here. I'll just read a few bits of it. We'll get some supporting precepts. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. All right, so this is a lesson, an article, right? It's on techfinguy.com, originally from RT USA. The article is entitled, "We Have to Get People to Take the Vaccine," Fauci tells CNN, adding, "No return to normal until next summer." All right, so no more mirth until next summer. This is what Fauci is saying, right? Let's get into the article. Infectious diseases expert Dr. Anthony Fauci told CNN that the US government must get people to take the vaccine against COVID-19, but warned that normality won't return until next summer and masks will still be recommended. Speaking to CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday, Fauci heralded the recent announcement that US drug maker Pfizer's experimental vaccine is more than 90% effective against COVID-19. However, Fauci went on to say that the next challenge for politicians and scientists would be convincing people to take the jab. That's great, but we have to get people to take the vaccine, he said. Should Americans line up for the shot, he predicted that we could start getting things back to relative normal as we get into the second and third quarter of the year, where people can start thinking about doing things that were too dangerous just months ago. Things like partying, social gathering, weddings, feasts, and celebrating feast days, these so-called holidays in this society with family. All of that is being, which was unsafe, is deemed unsafe in this time. People want to return to that normalcy. They want to return to their mirth. All right, reading on. As for what activities Fauci considers too dangerous, the coronavirus chief told CBS News on Friday that anyone celebrating Thanksgiving or Christmas with their families keep masks on indoors and weigh the risk-benefit ratio before traveling for the holidays. Asked by Tapper if Christmas is probably not going to be possible, Fauci punted the question and talked again about the need to get most of the country vaccinated. Yeah, he punted the question because the time of mirth is over. The time for be talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, gathering, all these unholy days that are celebrated in this wicked society. He knew that time is over. That's why he didn't want to answer the question. The time of mirth is over. President Donald Trump has promised to use the US military to distribute vaccines, right? While Joe Biden's transition team has reportedly reached out to several pharmacy chains to discuss a distribution. Yet no matter who holds office after January, they will face a skeptical public. A poll by Pew Research in September found that just 1 in 5 American adults would definitely take a vaccine if it were offered to them. A whopping 49% would refuse the shot, with 24% saying they would definitely not take it. Of the nearly half who would shun the vaccine, 76% said they were concerned about potential side effects. Unlike traditional vaccines, which use an inactive form of the pathogen they protect against, Pfizer's offering is an mRNA vaccine. These vaccines aren't tested on a mass basis and work by introducing a strand of RNA into the body's cells, where it then tells the person's DNA how to make antibodies. Okay. That sounds like he's trying to play God. Researchers at Cambridge University state that side effects could include inflammation or autoimmune reactions. Right? Finishing the article, it goes on to say, even if the public is receptive to a vaccine, Fauci told Tapper that masks and social distancing are here to stay for the near future. I'd recommend to people to not to abandon all public health measures just because you've been vaccinated, he warned. So even after the vaccine, you're still going to have to do the things that they're doing right now, which is quarantine, wearing masks, wearing gloves, social distancing. So therefore, the same things that preventing you from measures that are put in place that prevents you from going about your mirth are the same things that are going to be in place after you're vaccinated. Therefore, the time of mirth is over. So let me get my first precept. I think the point has been made in that article so far. Okay. So we'll start with Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. And that churl is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Let me get that word churl. All right, this is the Greek, this is the word for the...
Strong's H, 3596. Kilai. Second entry. Kalai.
And that's the Hebrew for the churl. And the definition is a scoundrel or a knave. When you look at the definition of the word scoundrel in Merriam-Webster, a disreputable person. Okay? Basically a criminal, a rascal. Undisciplined, dishonest. Okay? A mischievous person. Esau, Edom. So his instruments are evil. The instruments of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Who are the needy? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, or Hispanics. Right? Those are the ones who are in need of salvation right now. Those are the ones who are oppressed. Those are the ones who don't even know their identity. Right? They're deprived, poor people. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Okay? So his instruments are evil. So this vaccination is an instrument of the churl. And it's evil. Okay? Let me get another precept. All right? Because the mirth is over. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. All right? And woe mean a bad time, destruction, and death. For the devil is come down unto you having a great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this devil knows that his time is up. His time is limited. Therefore, you can see through this so-called Operation Warp Speed, he wants to go fast. He wants to implement his destructive devices quickly, while he still has the power to do so, because that power is quickly waning. I'll get another precept. So this is, let's see here, this one, Isaiah 24, start at 8. The mirth of Tabriz ceaseth. Okay? So no more mirth in the bars, the restaurants, the parties, that cease. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. All right, all the music, the dance hall here in Jamaica, the partying, the mirth is over. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. So even the drink that they used to celebrate and be happy with in this captivity, that's going to be bitter to them in this upcoming time, if it's not already. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, right? That no man may come in. And that is the quarantine they're describing there. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Okay? It goes on to say, in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's describing the situation we're in and quickly entering into. The mirth is over. I'll get another precept. This is Micah 5:10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahawah, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. The horses represent power, and chariots represent the power as well. And that's being cut off. That time is quickly coming. Yahawashi is returning, and that power that Esau reigned in, that power that was given to him, will be taken away, because he would have served his time and accomplished what he was supposed to accomplish. Okay? So this is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All right, and the day of the Lord is quickly coming. It's a time of mourning, as it says. It's a time of darkness and a lot of destruction, and that's what we're entering into. But before we can get what is good, which is the kingdom, we have to pass through this time of Jacob's trouble, this terrible time first, right? Because we can't build a kingdom on righteousness until the one that is there before us has passed away, and with it will pass away with great destruction and judgment. And as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. All right, so everywhere you turn, you're going to receive it. The mirth is over no matter where you turn. You're going to face it. All right, and I'll get one last precept. Actually, there's more on that Amos 5. In verse 21, it says, I hate and despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Now, really, this was talking about the Israelites, our solemn assemblies and our feast days. But likewise, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi takes no pleasure in these feast days. Like in the article, it mentioned Thanksgiving and Christmas being put off. The Most High is not with the Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are evil days, right? That he despises. And all of that is coming to an end. When mirth is over. Ezekiel 21 verse 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. And this sword is the ICBM missiles that are coming very soon to destroy Mystery Babylon the Great, which is America. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. Scripture is asking, should we make mirth in this time? Right? And the title of this lesson is The Mirth is Over. So then says, no, this is not a time of mirth. All that's done. Right? So this is a time to be watchful, to be praying for yourself, your family, for Akim, right? For salvation and mercy, because that's the only way we're going to survive these times. So the time of mirth is over. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for giving me the spirit to this lesson. Shalom.